Have you ever wondered, why is my blood pressure so high every morning, even when I had a calm night and ate all the right things? Today, we'll explore a story that feels so ordinary, yet holds a powerful lesson. From Eleanor, 68 years old. Through her journey, we'll uncover why morning blood pressure tends to rise, and how we can gently keep it in check day by day.
Hello, doctor. My name is Eleanor. I'm 68 years old and I live with my husband in the suburbs of Michigan. Every day, I try to stick to a healthy lifestyle. I eat well, take short walks in the afternoons, and I always take my blood pressure medication as prescribed. But there's something that's been worrying me these past few weeks. Every morning, right after I wake up, I check my blood pressure, just as my doctor advised me to do after my last appointment. But for some reason, the number is always higher than usual. One morning, it even went up to 155 over 90, and that was after a calm night. No salty food, no stress, no trouble sleeping. Throughout the day, my blood pressure goes back to normal, but in the mornings, it spikes. My husband jokes, "Maybe you're dreaming about utility bills." I laugh, but inside I'm uneasy. I read somewhere that high morning blood pressure could increase the risk of stroke. I don't want to ignore it, but I also don't know if I should be alarmed. Is my body trying to warn me, or is this just part of getting older? Doctor, why do I wake up with such high blood pressure?
Hello, Miss Eleanor. Thank you so much for sharing your concern so honestly. And truly, this is a question I hear quite often from older adults. Morning spikes in blood pressure are not unusual, but they're worth paying attention to because they're often the result of a mix of natural body processes, lifestyle habits, and underlying health conditions. Let's start with the basics. The human body runs on something called a circadian rhythm, our natural biological clock. In the early morning hours, typically between 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock a.m., the body begins to release certain hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline to help us wake up and feel alert. But these same hormones also raise heart rate and blood pressure. This is a completely normal response. However, for people with existing high blood pressure, diabetes, sleep apnea, or chronic stress, this hormonal surge can become exaggerated, leading to higher than normal morning blood pressure that may increase the risk of complications. Another very common contributor is poor sleep quality. If you frequently experience shallow sleep, frequent awakenings, or loud snoring, which could be a sign of sleep apnea, then your heart and blood vessels don't get the rest they need during the night. As a result, your blood pressure doesn't drop like it's supposed to and can instead spike as soon as you wake up. Your evening routine can also play a bigger role than many people realize. For example, eating dinner too late or having salty foods in the evening, drinking alcohol or caffeine close to bedtime, watching stressful news or screens that make it harder to relax, or skipping your nighttime blood pressure medication. Either from forgetfulness or fear of it lowering your pressure too much overnight. Each of these factors may not seem serious on their own, but when combined, they can easily lead to unexpected morning blood pressure spikes. Dear Ms. Eleanor, it's truly a good thing that you're paying attention to your morning blood pressure, and you're doing it at just the right time. Because according to multiple large-scale studies, elevated morning blood pressure is one of the leading risk factors for serious cardiovascular events, especially in older adults. Between 6 a.m. and 11 a.m., there is a sharp increase in the number of strokes and heart attacks recorded worldwide, and that's not a coincidence. It's directly linked to the sudden spike in blood pressure after waking up. If this condition persists without intervention, the body is forced to operate under pressure every single morning. Over time, this damages the walls of your blood vessels, particularly the smaller ones in the brain, heart, and kidneys. Here's what that might look like in real terms. In the brain, higher risk of ischemic stroke or hemorrhagic stroke. In the heart, greater chance of angina, irregular heartbeat, or even a heart attack. In the kidneys, ongoing morning surges in blood pressure can lead to chronic kidney disease, especially in those with diabetes. But that's not all. High morning blood pressure also has a domino effect on your entire day. When your numbers start off high in the morning, your blood pressure tends to remain unstable throughout the day, making it more reactive to stress, movement, or meals. This makes it harder to control and more likely to spike unexpectedly. Many people report morning headaches, dizziness, or brain fog and brush it off as lack of sleep or simply getting older. But in reality, those may be early signs of elevated morning blood pressure that are too often overlooked. And the unfortunate truth is, many people only find out after a complication has already occurred. Yet in most cases, with just a little early monitoring and adjustment, all of it could have been prevented. Ms. Eleanor, the good news is, there are many simple yet powerful ways to manage morning blood pressure. What matters most is that we understand our body and make gentle, consistent changes over time. Here are 5 proven strategies that are especially effective for people over the age of 55, just like you. 1. Measure your blood pressure the right way, at the right time. Take your reading first thing in the morning before breakfast and before taking your medication. Sit quietly and relax for 3 to 5 minutes beforehand, with your arm supported at heart level. Avoid talking during the reading. Measure twice with 1 to 2 minutes in between and take the average. Record your results daily to spot patterns and trends over time. Even a small notebook or a simple phone app can give you a clear picture of your blood pressure rhythm after just a few weeks. 2. Reassess the timing and type of medication. If you're taking your blood pressure medication in the morning, it might not act fast enough to manage the early morning hormone surge. Some doctors recommend switching to evening dosing or splitting doses into twice per day. But please, never change your medication schedule on your own. Always consult your cardiologist. Bring your blood pressure log to your next appointment. It helps your doctor adjust your treatment more accurately. 3. Improve your sleep quality. Stick to a consistent bedtime and limit screen time after 9 p.m. Try soothing music, a warm herbal caffeine-free tea, or reading a few pages of a calming book. If you often snore loudly, have fragmented sleep, or feel unrested in the morning, ask your doctor about the possibility of sleep apnea, a hidden cause of morning hypertension. A good night's sleep doesn't just lower your morning BP, it brightens your whole day. 4. Adjust evening habits. Avoid eating dinner after 7 p.m., especially salty foods like deli meats, canned soups, or fast food. Say no to alcohol, beer, and coffee at least 4 to 6 hours before bed. If anxiety is an issue, try writing in a journal, meditating, or practicing deep breathing for about 10 minutes before sleep. Just a small change each night can make a big difference in how your body responds the next morning. 5. Choose the right time to exercise. Early morning workouts can be risky if your blood pressure is already elevated. Instead, opt for gentle movement in the late afternoon, when your body has adjusted and BP is more stable. Low-impact exercises like Tai Chi, gentle yoga, or slow dancing are perfect for older adults. Regular activity improves blood vessel strength, reduces stress, and helps stabilize blood pressure over time. Ms. Eleanor, if you stay patient, observe your body, and take small, steady steps, you'll find that managing your morning blood pressure is more achievable than it seems. Ms. Eleanor, your question touched on something very common but often overlooked: high blood pressure in the morning. Together, we've explored 3 key points. Why does blood pressure rise in the morning? Because of natural body rhythms, morning hormone surges, poor sleep, and certain lifestyle habits. What happens if it goes unchecked? It raises the risk of stroke, heart attack, kidney damage, and makes your blood pressure harder to control throughout the day. How can we manage it? Through daily monitoring, adjusting medication timing, improving sleep, eating wisely, and gentle exercise. You don't have to change everything at once. Just start small, like writing down your morning BP reading in a little notebook, or having dinner a bit earlier and reducing salt slightly. These little steps, when done consistently, become powerful tools on your journey to protect your heart. We can't change our age, but we can change how we live each day, so we can feel stronger, more in control, and more at peace. If any of you watching this video have ever wondered, why does my blood pressure spike in the morning? Why do I feel dizzy right after waking up? Or if you've felt the same confusion as Ms. Eleanor, please don't hesitate to share your story in the comments below. Who knows? Your experience could be the gentle reminder someone else truly needs. And if today's video helped you better understand your body, feel free to follow this channel Sunai. So each week we can sit down together and explore senior health in a way that's simple, comforting, and easy to relate to. Because understanding your own body is the very first step to living a healthier life every single day.